So, this one? Yeah. So, yeah, like I was saying, this is part two about when people really don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you. So, I was saying how they was able to get all of these, like, my baby father was able to get damn near, I guess, a quarter of a fucking $1 million through my mailbox. Ain't want to give me shit. You hear me? He just didn't want to do it. He didn't want to give me nothing. And the other one, he came to my apartment one day. He was like, um, they let him turn his food stamps, rent, not rent, his food stamps, his cash, his Medicaid. And I was like, you did all of this and they didn't ask you to tell me to give you a paper or whatever, but that's not the point. The point was, yeah, he did give me, you know, X, Y, and Z, but never wanted to. It was, uh, it was always like, nobody. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, it reached a point where he just really said, "Fuck it." He didn't want to give me shit, but how that went, I was moving at the time, so I think I was telling him, "You gotta do something about it." I was kept telling him, "You gotta do something about it," because as far as him didn't want to give me nothing, that was fine. God give me everything. I don't want nothing from nobody they really don't want me to have. And he really didn't want me to have it. He didn't want to give me shit. But at the end of the day, I ain't give a fuck because he was getting it. He got it a couple of times and he did his own thing, live his life. But I was telling him I was moving at the time. So fix it because you don't want to get tricked up, like make it look like some type of fraud. And I could get in trouble with 250, behind them thinking I'm allowing this type of thing to happen. And it would cause, like, it would have caused a conflict with me moving. If you know how that stuff work, if you know, you know. That shit ain't no joke. So I don't know. That's how that went. But I don't know. I don't give a fuck what I do for a motherfucker. They don't want shit for me. We could laugh, we could joke, we could do all of that shit. They could come whispering in my ear, ask, and they would take, put their hands out and just receive. That's bum shit to me because I could never take nothing, especially from a female, and I know I wouldn't do the same thing for her. So I don't know. Bitch ain't never fucking helped me when a fucking like mm-mm. I don't know nobody like no just female. I hung around females 20 years and they weren't allowed. It was like a rule. Couldn't help me win nothing if my life depended on that shit. So I don't know. Not giving me nothing, that was the problem with boy. I just didn't want him to get caught up in no fraud type shit. So I never really found out what went on with it. Did he ever continue to get it? I don't know how they deal with that type of stuff. But it didn't affect my move. But yeah, hmm the world is wicked. Everybody just looking to use you. One of my fears, like my son, my baby, he got his own little business that I run for him, but it's not active. It's launched. Everything is launched. It's just not active as of yet. But I say that to say his father be acting all interested in it. He ain't trying to finance that boy business. Nothing. What the fuck you acting all interested in my son shit for? Yeah, people just want to use you. One of my fears, I can't imagine Like I give a motherfucker anything. I love people I can give things for. I have a tendency to feel sorry for people. Like I've had a homeboy. I've seen his TV. It was like a fucking computer monitor. Y'all know me. You think I ain't buy that boy a TV? You think I seen a commercial on that shit? Mm-mm. People just wanna. You just. You just the dollar sign. You just something to use. It's very rare you looked at as something. People don't give a fuck. And I keep telling y'all, the more you do for a person, they want your head. They start, I don't know, they start developing some type of obsession. Like, I don't know how to explain the shit. I don't know. Because I don't be around too many people. But, like, I know when I did, it was a lot of weird shit going on. I don't know. I don't know. I can't imagine me not being nice to people. That's another reason why I can't be around just anybody. I got into a nasty fight. And what was crazy about it, the girl wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. And she told me this shit in an environment, again, that I've been in 20 years damn near. And she said the realest shit somebody have ever said to me in them environments. And it's unfortunate we got into a crazy altercation. And yeah, Shorty was right what she said. And what she said was listen, don't look at me. This is exactly why we got into the fight. Shorty said, how could you be in here when you think about it? And you know what? Yo, not everybody you fight, well, not everybody I fought. My little 5, 6 fights I had in my life. I, it's not like I don't like them. And I say that to say, like, I actually like her. And when you think about the message she was trying to tell me, it makes me like her even more. Me and her had another fight after that first fight too. But y'all know me. I laugh at everything. I was I was laughing at that shit. But at the end of the day, I like Shorty. I like her a lot. She don't even know how much I like her. For the fact she spoke some of the realest shit. And she was like, how? She said, how can you give these people anything? They don't even like you. She's like, they don't even fucking like you. That's how she was talking to me. And I was like, I was talking to her, I was like, I don't care though. I was, trying to tell her, like, I don't care how, I know, I said, I know, but I don't care. Which I told y'all in another video how that could have been one of my biggest mistakes, not caring. Because when you be nice to people, they think you like some type of weak, soft bitch, dummy, you know. And especially in my case, I was in an environment where nobody could really help me out. It put like not help me to win $1 or nothing. I can get a little aspirin, a little help, a little. They ain't gonna let me die. I would hope not, but like at the end of the day, the shit, baby. But anyway, she spoke the realest shit I have ever heard, and me and that girl got into a fucking nasty fight. I like Shorty though. She just couldn't understand it. And the part that kind of pissed me off was where we was at. And that's another thing. Not only they had this strategic attitude towards me, security didn't really apply to me. Um, I was one of those that really couldn't, for a lot of years, I couldn't bring people with me. That was strategically because I needed to be by myself. Okay, bet. So right, I'm by myself. Me and God. That's it. We was walking. Boom. So all of that played a part. And the reason why I can, all right, example how the security didn't apply to me. I was my own security. I get other people had security. I didn't have security. I was my own security. Me, God, my phone. That's it. Boom. So a lot of that shit kind of pissed me off because I was like trying to tell them like, yo, I ain't really like no shorty like that. I like to like I seen her, but I ain't really know her like that or whatever. But like again, I was my own security. They seen what Shorty was doing. Like she kept talking to me, and when I was hanging out in them places, like the type of environment, I know what I went there for. There was a lot of drugs involved, but that wasn't my main point of going there. A lot of them was family. I did more gambling than anything. Um, shit like that or whatever. But like she yeah, like it was just it's a complex environment. But like I just again, if you know from the other video, I'm not friendly. I'm not this. It was that shit going on for like a long time. But again, how I'ma talk if you strategically not talking to me? You trying to isolate me. Ain't I supposed to feel abandoned, right? Ain't everybody related? Like what the fuck you want me to do? Say it like and talk to myself and then furthermore, when all that drugs and all that type of shit was involved. Like I don't give a fuck what's involved in my life. I'm always naturally a calm person. And people always trying to like provoke me and prove me out to be some type of fucking I don't know. First of all, I don't like aggressive women. That's a whole nother motherfucking story. So you could never accuse me of being like some type of aggressive woman. Like I'm real feminine. I'm very soft with men. I don't play with bitches. So there you have it. But at the end of the day, fucking yeah, she she just kept going like on and on and on and on and on and on. And she went on for like an hour and I'm sitting there. I don't think like bad enough if and this is Tasha, my personal opinion that I'm entitled to. I feel like bad enough you're doing drugs. Like a female, just like I hate a jolly junkie. Like sit the fuck down. Relax. God damn. I don't know, that's just me. Like you're too jolly. Like what are you practicing to be a fucking what are you doing? I'm sitting there like hoping I never touch nothing again. Praying I never touch nothing again. And the fuck yo. Anyway, that's part of the reason Shorty was getting on my nerve because she just kept talking to me, kept fucking with me. And then when I'm in them places, I be gambling, big money. I just got my mind on what the fuck I got my mind on. Damn. Can I just do me? But all right, she going on and on and on and on and on. Repetitive. She just kept. Nah, they don't even fucking like you. How could you give them $1? How could you get them $1? How could you get them anything? And these bitches don't even fucking. She was saying how, see, somebody like you, I could fuck with you. Me and you, we'll be like this. And she's not only a nice looking girl, she stands up for herself. And she just be, when you speak the truth, people hate that shit. And regardless to how she came off or whatever, Shorty was right about a lot of, like, I respect her gangster. I respect her movement. But like at the end of the day, I didn't want to hear that shit. Like, I was even telling her, like, listen, I know I didn't like, it's not like I'm saying they my friends or whatever. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I would tell her, I don't care. She'll be like, well, but how could you do that? How could you give somebody anything? She just kept like, and whatever, you know? And that's how that shit went. And that shit happened on my birthday. It happened on my birthday. So that's what made that shit even more crazy. But yeah, the security ain't really. I remember one day, boy, I just wanted to be like, them niggas watch me get like chased all around the club. Like, listen, this is my people's. You feel me? Y'all know how I am. Y'all know how I am. So come on, like, but they all fucking. I don't know what the fuck the security. Listen, I don't know. All I know is I was my own security. Me, God, and my telephone. That's it. But yeah. I don't know.